As the first morning rays hit the Indian peninsula, one group of mammals are already set for another eventful day. Swinging from branch to branch, the bonnet macaque starts its daily activities early. They owe their name to a whirl of hair radiating from the center of the head, their own personal bonnets. Endemic to southern India, the macaque has two distinct subspecies: dark-bellied bonnet macaques, that is Macaca radiata, and pale-bellied bonnet macaques, that is Macaca radiata diluta.
But where can you find these macaques? Endemic to southern India, its distribution is limited by the Indian Ocean on three sides and the Godavari and Tapti rivers. You can find them in the evergreen high forests and dry deciduous forests of the western Ghats mountains. They are highly arboreal. They live in trees and they're strong swimmers. M.r. diluta is more restricted in its distribution, is mostly forest dwelling, and does not occur as abundantly as the nominate subspecies M.r. radiata. M.r. radiata are also found in urban areas, especially small temple towns and hill stations. You can also find them in our very own IISc. In this film, we will thus focus on the subspecies radiata. The macaques in urban areas commonly share a commensal relationship with humans. The association between humans and macaques benefits the macaques, while humans derive neither benefit nor harm for the most part.
Just like humans, the macaques are diurnal. They have a repeating 24-hour pattern in which they are active during the day with a period of sleep or inactivity at night. And compared to humans, these mammals are rather small and don't live as long. The females average around 3.9 kg in weight and the males around 6.7 kg. They are 35 to 60 centimeters long excluding the tail, with the males generally being larger than females. In captivity, they have been shown to live up to 35 years old, while in the wild, they live for less than 25 years of age.
In a study in 2007 by Johnson, Hill, and Cooper, it was found that 9 categories made up their diet: vegetation, fruit, human food, soil, seeds, wood, insects, non food items, and other unidentified items. Often, these macaques inhabit temples where tourists feed them, or they take food offerings left at the feet of religious figures. They also raid nearby houses, tourist buses, food stalls, backyard gardens, and large trash piles for food.
Bonnet macaques live in multi-male, multi-female groups, which follow a linear dominance hierarchy. The alpha male is most dominant male in group, followed by a beta male, who is submissive to only the alpha male, a gamma male, submissive to both alpha and beta, and so on. The females also follow a linear dominance hierarchy, but males are generally dominant over females. The females' dominance hierarchy is extremely stable and rarely changes. Females do not leave their natal troops, leading to matrilineal groups of macaques. Males, especially juvenile males, move to new troops, leaving their natal troops behind. Since younger males tend to overpower older macaques in more powerful positions, the male's dominance hierarchy is very dynamic. High-ranking males have a tendency to relate and mate with the same female over a period of several days, while younger males might mate with several females in a short amount of time. But high-ranking individuals have first access to breeding females. Since females are receptive during only a few months in a year, there is intense competition. This leads to some interesting strategies to climb up the social ladder for mating. Unrelated males sometimes even form coalitions to oust a more dominant male for better success to mates.
Bonnet macaque populations reproduce annually in discrete mating seasons. Most sources agree that the mating season peaks around September to October to produce a birthing season around February and April. Older, dominant males consort and mate with the same female for several days, whereas younger males prefer to spend less time consorting and mate with several females over the same time span. Unlike most of the monkey species, females don't advertise sexual receptivity because they don't have any sexual swellings. Infants are kept close to their mother for the first 6 months to a year of life. They ride on her back or they're carried in her arms. The mother provides nourishment by nursing her young one for the first 6 to 7 months. After an infant is weaned, it remains close to its mother as it's still somewhat dependent on its mother for access to food. By 1 year old, young bonnet macaques are able to fend for themselves. Male puberty begins at around age 3, with full testicular development at 4 to 5 years of age. The gestation period averages around 24 weeks, and the female generally gives birth to one infant. The average time between births is 1 to 2 years. So the female reproductive lifespan produces on an average 5 offspring before they undergo menopause at around 27 years old.
Unlike humans, the macaques lack a structured verbal language to communicate with each other. Instead, they rely on body language and vocalizations to communicate between members. Alarm calls are used for signaling that a predator is nearby. They live in groups, which increases the level of vigilance for predators. Once an alarm is sounded, the community rushes to the shelter of the tree canopy or a bush. In general, the dominant male is the first to come down to investigate the cause of alarm. Lip smacking is generally used to signal friendship or submissiveness. For a pretty smile, but that's actually a grimace, and it's used to show submissiveness to a superior. Crying and clicking is used to express affection and relieve tension between each other. Embracing occurs when two large males meet. They embrace each other, grip each other's genitals, and display grinding and clicking behavior. This is generally taken to be an act announcing peaceful intentions. Here we see two young males hugging it out. Day-to-day fun activities for friends includes grooming, chasing, foraging, and play fighting.
But all may not be as well as it seems with the bonnet macaque. Researchers have observed that the macaque, endemic to peninsular India, is being steadily replaced by the aggressive rhesus monkey from the northern parts of the country. Urbanization, reduced canopy connectivity, and the changes in roadside landscape have contributed to the decline of the bonnet monkey by more than 65% in the past 25 years. It is also locally hunted, with an active local trade for the bonnet macaque in live animals for research and roadshows. Since monkeys are also often considered a menace, many are killed or translocated to other areas by forest officials. Of those translocated, many die because of stress or inability to adapt to the changes in habitat and climate. This may result in their conservation status changing from least concern to endangered.